International Eucharistic Congress in Quito, the theme of the second day was Brotherhood Redeemed in Christ. After the morning mass, participants listened to several testimonies of faith. It was a time of reflection and sharing for many young people attending the event. And joining us now from Quito, Ecuador is Paola Arriaza, EWTN News journalist. Paola, great to be with you today. So what more can you tell us about the start of this Congress, and especially how people in Quito are taking part?
Good evening, Tracy. Well, it all started with the opening mass. It was a beautiful moment. About 25,000 people joined, and we saw 2,000 kids receiving their first communion. So it was a very emotional and a very intense moment. We had a message from the Pope. We were able to see the papal envoy, a cardinal coming from Venezuela, which ties up perfectly with the themes that we're speaking about. The main theme is fraternity to heal the world. But yesterday, we were able to speak about a wounded world. And we spoke about the political instability in Latin America, but we also spoke about so many wounded places around the world. But the purpose of all of this is to be healed through the Eucharist, the power of redemption that the Eucharist has.
And I know the theme today is Brotherhood Redeemed in Christ. What have been the strongest testimonies that you have heard?
Exactly, yes. It's Brotherhood Redeemed in Christ. And we had a very strong testimony. It's Margaret Felker. She's the president of this fund, an educational fund for kids with little resources here, and even for them to go to college in Ecuador. She comes from the United States. She has this background story, heartbreaking background story. Her son went to sophomore year here in Quito in this exchange, and he got lost. They never found him again. So out of this sorrowful situation, out of this pain, she was able to rebuild, and she made this educational fund for kids in Ecuador. That was a beautiful testimony. We've had so many other testimonies. We've had the cardinal coming from my country, from El Salvador, Rosa Chavez, and he spoke about St. Oscar Romero. I'm having this here with me because he gave me this cross, which has typical art from El Salvador. So it's been a very beautiful display of the universality of the church.
Yeah, and I know the Congress continues until Sunday. What are some of the highlights for the rest of the week?
We are expecting different themes throughout the week. Thursday is a very special day because Quito will have different masses in different languages. So that's a very important moment. And then on Friday, we will continue with our topics. On Saturday, we would have the Eucharistic procession, which is if you could say, one of the most important moments. We will see Quito streets filled with people in adoration. And at the end, it will end at the Basilica of the National Vow, which is a beautiful architecture. And on Sunday, we'll be back to the closing Mass, and it just reminds us of the importance of the Eucharist. Why is it the center, the source and summit of our faith?
Oh, Paola, thank you so much for coming on today. We really appreciate it. God bless you.